Hello, hi, I'm Zhenyan Li. I'm currently a PhD composition student at the Royal Academy of Music. And thank you very much to Estatico to play this piece. And it has been a wonderful experience. So this piece is called Masks and for three violas. Yes, and this piece is inspired by the masks used in traditional Chinese play. It's called Noir opera, and it's one of the oldest traditional play in China. And so basically the actresses and actors, they often wear very exaggerated masks to represent the character. Yes, so in this piece, I consider I divide it into three movements, but I think I consider it as one story. And so each movement represents a mask. And I want to use the kind of group energy of three violas to kind of express the transition of the emotion. Yes, and to introduce the story.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoy.
Yeah, it was great. It was we really had lots of fun with it. Everything was very clear. It was, and what was really nice with it is sometimes with what we do in new music is sometimes it takes so much time just to even start playing something, organization, but you wrote everything so clearly that it was really easy for us to construct it and put it together. So it was really a pleasure to work on in this way.
Oh, thank you. Yes, because I often believe like it's so important to let the performers understand the notation easily, so you can have more kind of space to perform. So
no, it was great, and I loved the character of each one, and it's like you say, the mask. You see the different character of each movement very clearly. And I wondered, can you imagine it being longer, or do you? Because of course we set the thing that it had to be 5 minutes because so many composers, but I had the feeling from this that it could be longer. Actually, it feels almost like the start of something.
Yes, actually, I plan to extend it. Yeah, because I feel like now I just kind of like I put the characters very clearly.
Yeah,
but there could be more space to kind of like to link the characters a bit more like closely. So yeah, so you'll be great. Yeah, I think I will I will extend it, but maybe I won't really keep it as a suite, maybe as a one piece, but including the kind of very clear character. Yeah, but it's on my calendar now.
Yeah, and so with each movement, you had a real clear mask in mind or something. Is that right? Or like clear characters?
Yes. Yes,
so maybe you could say something about each character, perhaps. It could be interesting to know.
Oh, yeah. So the first character, so I was the story that in my head, because it's a story to me.
Yeah.
So the first one, kind of like people were fighting, like intense, very intense, the first movement. So basically this character is kind of in traditional Chinese plays, always they kind of wearing a bit horrifying masks.
Yeah.
Like they're angry, so they're very emotional, guessing. Yeah, and I try to imagine the three violas as one character. So I didn't really divide the three violas as different characters, but I want to keep them like the same. As the first movement is kind of it's very intense, and then suddenly in the second movement it's almost like okay, someone who argue the most would like, okay, everyone take a break. So the second movement is like suddenly people try to kind of figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Just calm, very calm. And then it's then the third movement is kind of like okay, we didn't really agree on anything, so everybody just like
so
it's kind of like emotional transition in it. And and I use the mask. It's kind of like I imagine it as mask because it's very exaggerated.
Yes.
And also it's three violas, and they have the same emotion instead of separate. And this kind of thing, it's very often in no opera, like this kind of argument. So I try to kind of divide it into the three movements. And yes.
Great. Can you imagine us wearing masks as we play it, or that would be too much?
Oh yeah, that could be fun. Yeah, that could be very fun. But I just need to get the kind of specific masks because that looks a little bit like the traditional Japanese play. And so basically it's a little bit horrifying, but it's kind of like highlights the emotion of the character, which is quite unique.
And it's a good thing we didn't wear a COVID mask for it.
Oh yes, people will ask me like, oh, do you mean COVID mask? No, really.
But it's very clear with the music you don't mean this. you feel the characters in the theater of the piece, actually.
Yes. So my composition is often kind of influenced by theatrical works. So I really like the kind of contrast in theater works. So
right.
This is an approach.
Well, thank you for the piece, first of all, and I hope we can expand it with you at some point. This would be really cool.
Yes, I will definitely get in touch with
you
if I extend it. But I do really want to extend it because I feel it's very potential, especially after your performance, which is like, wow. So
we had so much fun with it, so thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
So see you soon, and thanks for coming and talking.
Thank you everybody. Thank you, Paul.
Bye.
Bye.
名前は横川智也と申します。ドイツのベルリンには住んでいて、
どのくらい住んでいらっしゃるんですか、も
う。そうですね、6年目かな。
6年目。ご出身どちらですか？
出身は長野県です。
長野とどうだろう、ドイツとなんかこう似てるとこあります？
ドイツよりドイツに来る前はオーストリアに住んでたんですけど、オーストリアの方がなんかちょっと似てる感じしますけど、特に、グラーツ、オーストリアのグラーツだったんですけど、結構盆地で気候とかもすごい似てるんです。
すごく素敵な曲書いてくださって本当にありがとうございます。
嬉しいです。
なんかね、智也さんそのものって感じがした。
嬉しい。
なんかデリケートですごくこう、内に秘めたものがこうたくさんあって、でもそれをあえて表に出さないみたいな、そういう感じがしました。タイトルなんですけど、Baby's Breath はこの前ポールとも話をしてたんだけど、お花の名前でもあるじゃないですか。日本語で言うとかすみそうかな。
かすみそうです。はい。
何かの思いがあってそういう名前、タイトルをつけられたんでしょうか？
はい。私は最初に曲を書くときにタイトルが浮かんでるものと全く浮かんでないものがあって、今回はその後者で、先に曲を書いてタイトルどうしようかなって考えたんですが、なんかこう、お花がまず大好きってことがあって、以前にもお花の名前をつけた作品を書いたことがある。で、その時に花言葉とかいろいろ調べて、じゃあ今回もち とお花なんか関連できるような名前のお花があるかなと思って探したときに、ちょうどなんかカスミソウの花言葉が、無垢とか感謝、永遠の愛っていう。
わお、わ
ので、こう、かすみそうつけられたらいいなって思ったんですけど、なんかちょっといまいちしっくりこなくて。で、英語を調べたら、Baby's Friend っていうタイトルで、まさになんかこう、最初のビオラの音とか、呼吸とか息
そうです
の、
ね。ホワイトノイズで始まって、それがだんだんこう、普通の音に変わっていって変化してってっていう、いつも何かこうブレスの音が吐息の音が入ってましたよね。
そうですね、そうです。やっぱり今回のテーマでも、呼吸とか、なんかこう、ひいては歌っていう、こう、息遣いと、こう結びついたものがイメージとしてあったので、ぴったりだってやっぱりそうですね、パーソナルなこともすごい、作曲に関わっていった作品だと思います。やっぱり、その一番大変な時期に助けてもらえたので、やっぱり、そうですね、かすみ草の花言葉、永遠の愛とかあるかな。
作曲家としてどういうイメージがあるんでしょうか、ビオラっていう楽器。
私は本当にビオラが大好きで、そうですね、音域もやっぱりなんか人間の声に近かったり、人間臭さがある楽器ですよね。
7月のそのトライアウトの時に持ってきてくださったスケッチ、出来上がった曲とまた全然違うことを試されていた。
私の中で一番印象に残っているワークショップが今までにあって、それがレベッカ・サンダースのワークショップなんですけど、今までに作曲したことがある楽器だとしても、あたかも知らない楽器かのように、もう一度研究をし直しなさいってことを、その時に言われまして、で、やっぱり今回も、ビオラの曲はいっぱい書いたけど、もう一度、この単奏を整理してみようと。
曲の最後の方にポールと私がコレーニョでビブラートですごくこうドラマティックなメロディーを弾いてる時にジャックはサードビオラなんだけれどもサブハーモニクスでこう伴奏してるじゃないですか。それはトライアウトからインスピレーションを受けたんでしょうか？
普段の私だったら絶対サブハーモニクス使わないんですよ。なんか
でもサブハーモニクスすごく難しいからジャックは素晴らしい演奏家ですごくうまくできてたんだけれどもね。
ここまでちゃんと弾いてくれる人がいるんだったらもうちょっと使ってみたいな。
10月に私たちがレコーディングをした時にその後ねみんなでご飯を食べに行った時にすごくお酒のことをたくさんお話しされてたのでちょっと聞きたいな。お酒大好きなんですよね。
お酒大好きです。
特別なウイスキーがあるんですよね。
ウイスキーが2本あるんですけど、それはそうですね、1本が誕生日に飲むのと、1本はクリスマスに、なんかこう死ぬまで開けないように飲み続けたいなっていう。
すごく素敵。今後はどういう方向に
今やってみたいなって思ってることは、そうですね、日本の楽器の曲を書いたりとか、コンサートもオーガナイズできたらいいなと思っているところです。はい。
はい、じゃあありがとうございました。
Hello everyone, I am Simone. I'm a pianist and a composer and I live in Varese. I studied in Milan, in Rome, and now I teach composition in Italian Conservatory. My piece, the first thing I did is having three same instruments, 3 violas. I tried to build a fourth one, so a big viola with 12 strings, 12 different strings. So I detuned every viola in a particular way. And then I try to keep suggestion from the timbre of the instrument to make the compositional choices. So I try to think like the form on harmonic fields, like propagations of the instrument itself. So the instrument generates and but at the same time constrains the choices. For example, the performance never play any note with on the fingerboard.
Yeah.
So, but there are only empty strings or natural harmonics.
Yeah.
But the left hand, so the left hand is very important because has the task of block or keep free the strings.
Yeah, it mutes, either mutes or rings. Yeah.
Yes. So it's a simple gesture, very simple gesture, but that produces very different sounds. Also, the bow is very important because it's used not in a traditional way, but
it goes vertical. It does a lot of vertical movement and circular and horizontal. It mixes every direction in. Yeah.
I try to create this dynamic of a contention. The title is spazio conteso, contended space.
Yeah.
So it's a contention between the sound that wants to emerge from the instrument. At the same time, the instrument is like a cage. Okay, so that stop the sound.
Yeah.
Okay, making inharmonic and there are some moments in the piece in which some figures try to come out but at the same time it stopped.
It's great. It's because we did the first recording, which was cancelled in Italian, and I'm glad we did in English now, because it was good for me to understand, because this idea of the 12-string viola I love. And
thank you.
And it's funny because what I was thinking about the piece when I've listened back to the recording and think of the experience was, it was really like you didn't know who was playing what sometimes. It was really just like one sound.
Very compact.
Yeah, and you sort of, you lose where you're at. And actually, it was really true chamber music as well, because we had to be so aware of each other. We couldn't be stuck in the music. We had to see each other and really listen carefully. So I think this was a really enjoyable aspect. Yeah. And we had to really know. Also, you write the bowings in certain places.
Yes.
This was really important, because I think you also said with the tempo that we have to find our own tempo.
Yes.
Which can be a bit dangerous sometimes.
Yes,
I
know. So.
And you put between 8 and 9 minutes, and I think ours was 8.5 minutes or something. But we never tried to find that tempo. It just was. I don't know. It was very clear somehow what you wrote. And so then we had these, with the change of bow, we had these, we could communicate where we were in the piece. So it kind of moved organically. It wasn't restricted. So I enjoyed this.
It was yes, it was my goal. So I'm very happy.
And then I was thinking,
it's chamber music.
Like chamber music. Exactly. And then I was wondering of this really. Jack had the really low C. Was it 1 octave lower C? Yeah. Because everything else of the notes are quite close, tuned, a little bit lower, a little bit higher on the top 3 strings, and because then he's. I
wanted to build like a fake spectrum of the C. It's not real. So it's like a C major, but not a C major. So very different. Small, detuned.
And you always had this idea of the low C, or this came later for you?
In the beginning, I had the C of the viola was the real low C. So okay, but then I wanted to a new element, very strange for the viola sound.
Yeah.
So And you give me this idea because I ask you the video, the improvisation on the low C.
Yeah.
So yes, it's a new element. In fact, it comes in the end of the piece.
Yeah.
To create something new.
Yeah, but it works very well. I really like this moment, and I just wondered from your side as a composer, is it how you expected it to sound? Because there's so many elements of change. Is so delicate. All the sounds that we're using. Did it live up to your expectations of what you expected, or was it something different?
Okay, it's very difficult. No, it's difficult to imagine the sound of the timbre of the viola with the tune strings, etc. So, okay, well, I have a very cheap violin, and I try to the tune with the viola pitches, but it's okay. It's a mess, I know. But only to hear something.
Yeah.
Then I try to imagine the sound. So the meeting with you was very important. Okay, it was on Zoom.
Yeah.
Because of the COVID. Okay, but it's been very important because I had the possibility to hear really.
Yeah. No, it's very interesting for me because somehow what you write is very clear on the paper, but the actual sound world is kind of undefined, and so there's so much space for different sounds, aren't there?
I've been lucky.
Great. So it was nice to talk to you, and I hope we see each other soon. Once, if things calm down, I hope we can play this live sometime and see you soon.
Ciao, Paul.
Bye-bye.